welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. Today I will be doing pick pile readings. These readings are going to be on shadow work. Shadow work is about bringing out what you keep hidden or in denial from yourself. Some of these are patterns, reactions, thoughts that you keep on repeat and are holding you back from reaching your true potential. Before we get started, please take a deep breath. Focus on the cards and pick a pile that calls to you the most. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. Hello pile 1 and welcome to your reading. Let's see what jumps out for you today. We're all just stardust. At the bottom of the deck we have flower. Be honest with yourself. I feel that for a lot of you, there's a lot of lies that you've been told from other people and from yourself that you believe. And I feel that you've put a lot of thought into that, and you've created something out of those thoughts and those lies that you've told yourself or that people have told you. And for you, some of those lies is something that came when you were little. It could be something about how you look, that you're not going to be good enough. And just as I talked as you were little, this card came out and it's about your inner child and letting your inner child play. And for a lot of you, the lies that you were told when you were little did not allow that for your inner child. And that created lies, and those lies shaped you in a certain way to, like, this wasn't a part of your childhood. This wasn't a part for you growing up. And your inner child now is looking ways to come out. And you've told yourself and you've created a world where for some of you that's not possible for your inner child to come out because you don't believe in that. Or because you feel you're too old, you're putting limits on yourself. Can I have one card, please? Whoa, that was a lot. Compromise. And at the bottom of the deck, the Master. A lot of you are not compromising with yourself. And you're not including your inner child in that compromise. And it has a lot to do with the lies that you told yourself and that were told to you when you were younger or that you picked up along the way. And the crazy thing is, for some of you, you really created a whole world or a whole identity from those lies that you were told. And you had to pick away at those lies so you could find out who you really are, so you could get to the core of who you are. And a lot of you were robbed of that because of those lies that you were told. And I am very sorry for that. And a lot of you are going to start to be on the journey, or you're on the journey to rebuilding that and finding out who you are. The lies could have even been of something physical. If this is not your dad and you just found out that who your biological father was, or you just found out that they weren't your biological father. But there's a lot of lies being told. And the lies that you told from yourself, you've eaten those up. Just how she's putting that on top of her mouth, you're eating them up. And they're holding you back, and you believe them. For a lot of you, you've created a universe around those lies. Not believing that you're worthy of love. Not believing that you're worthy of financial freedom. believing that you have to live paycheck to paycheck. For a lot of you, you've eaten up those lies and you've created the world around it, and you don't feed your inner child at all. And you don't compromise with yourself or with others around you. And that is something that is really holding you back from really reaching your full potential. In my tarot readings, I don't just like to talk about a problem without offering a solution. So for any of you, if this is ringing true, what I suggest you do is you write down what you believe. And this is going to take a very long time, so break it down into subjects. Write down what you believe about love. What do you believe that you deserve in love? What do you believe that you deserve from your partner? What do you believe that your partner will deserve from you? What do you believe your family deserves from you in love? Explore those areas about yourself. This little exercise, you could do it about love, about money, about career, about spirituality. You could do it about a lot of areas in life. And you could write down those beliefs, examine those beliefs, see if they are real. Where did they come from? Investigate. How did you get them? Was it something that you got when you were little and you just kept going with it? Was it a lie that you told yourself that you kept going with it? Examine those beliefs. Do an inventory of what you believe in. A lot of companies do inventories of their stock because they need to keep in mind of the products that they have in hand to see if they could sell it to their customers. How are you going to invest your energy or invest your emotions in something if you don't know what you have in stock? Find out what you have in stock for yourself. A lot of people don't do that. That's an exercise that could really, really help you. Especially in love. Because for a lot of you, the lies that you told yourself is about love. Is about love, and it's keeping you from not attracting a different type of energy into your relationship, so you keep attracting the same type of energy in different bodies. So this could look like as attracting somebody that has sort of narcissistic tendencies, and that's all you keep attracting. I'm not saying it's your fault, but I'm saying that this is a way how to change it. Take an inventory of what you believe. Do you believe that you deserve the bare minimum? If you don't believe that, do your actions match that? Do you treat yourself more than the bare minimum? If you don't treat yourself more than the bare minimum, how do you expect someone else to treat you more than the bare minimum? And I feel that that's something really important to keep in mind here. The last two cards I'll talk about are Eight of Wands and Ten of Wands. Some of you are being overburdened by this. There's a lot of passion here. A lot of passion. Some of you could have just gotten out of a relationship and you just got hurt. If you could see, the deer has been shot down and there's blood all around. Some of you just got hurt and you just got out of a relationship. And that pattern I just talked about is probably what led you to this person, or what this person led to you. And there was a lot of passion involved because you have a lot of love to give. But if you don't examine that, what I talked about, it's going to be a pattern that's going to keep repeating. Please let me know how this resonated with you in the comments. Hello, and welcome to your reading pile 2. Let's dive in. Before I get started, I do want to say that this is an astrology deck. I will be clarifying with a tarot deck. At the bottom of the deck, we have cardinal. Cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Cardinal signs are at the beginning of a season because cardinal signs mark the beginning. They are at the beginning of the seasons. So when we go into a new season, it's usually when we're going into one of these new signs, cardinals. They're very good at starting things. The card that came out was conjunction, a union, merging, and coming together. Strength. What else can you tell me about this? Ace of Pentacles, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Star. So we have two major arcanas here, and I really feel that for some of you, if you are a cardinal or you have cardinal in your big three, sun, moon, or rising, if you're interested in knowing what your sun, moon, or rising are, I suggest that you go online to Cafe Astrology. They offer free birth charts. You do need to know where you were born, the time you were born, and your birthday. The time you were born is important because it lets you know about your degrees and houses. Degrees and houses is really puts the birth chart together as a whole. If you need help or if you're interested on videos, you would like to see me make videos about that, please let me know in the comments. So back to the reading. As if you are a cardinal or dealing with a cardinal, there's going to be a lot that's going to be going on. So there's a lot of strength that's going to be coming in. And I say that because the strength card and the star card are here. The star card is about finding a balance. And I feel that for a lot of you cardinal signs, you don't know where to find a balance of giving and receiving. And for some of you, you're either giving way too much or you want to be receiving way too much, where you're not giving enough or you're not receiving enough. And there needs to be a balance between that. And I feel that for a lot of you that are just doing the receiving end, it is coming from some place of trauma. And I feel that it is coming from some place of not like you want to be taken care of, but more like you want to be treated like a princess in a way. And I feel that involves a lot of selfishness. Because you're more on the receiving end and you're not really giving into that relationship. Or that connection, whatever you want to call it. But I do feel that there is going to be some changes coming in. Because Ace of Pentacles marks the beginning of something. An opportunity of something. But just like anything in the world, if you don't take advantage of this, then it's just going to pass you by. And for a lot of you, this is the chance that you've been hoping to get to change. And if you do take advantage of this chance, there is going to be like whole huge changes coming towards you. I feel for a lot of you, it'll involve career because it's Pentacles, money. Let's dive in further. Yeah, there's a lot of awareness that's going to be coming because a lot of you are unaware. And for those of you that are on that you're giving way too much, you're also unaware. And there's going to be a lot of awareness to that because there's going to be a balance that's going to come into that, a union. And that balance is what's going to help you move further along. It's what's going to bring this new opportunity and bring those huge changes that are going to bring those big opportunities that I talked about. And it's because you need to find a balance. A lot of you are giving way too much. And a lot of you are not just living in the moment. For some of you that are giving way too much, you see it as a form of control. And you feel that if you give this person everything, then they're going to want to stay. And that's a form of control. You can't make someone stay. Someone shouldn't stay regardless because of what you give them. They should stay because they want to stay, not because of what they're getting from you. And for some of you, that's the type of you're mixed in. And you are going to become aware of that. And I know a lot of you are not going to take that opportunity because a lot of you are scared of change and you don't want to let go of that control. Because for a lot of you, you haven't been without the control for a while. I don't like to just talk about the problem without offering a solution. So I will be finishing a reading with a couple of shadow work questions. These questions are to help you dive in further into the reading, reflect on it. I always suggest that you write this down, you meditate, and you let the answers come to you. So that means that it might not come that day. But just let it come to you, let it be in your mind. To whom am I comparing myself right now? Where am I called to use my voice right now? So for those of you that are giving too much, I feel that you're not using your voice. And that question applies to you. Where am I called to use my voice right now? You're not setting boundaries. Where are you called to set boundaries? For some of you, saying no is a problem. For some of you, no doesn't exist in your vocabulary for certain people, and that's a boundary that you need to set. For those that are receiving too much or want to receive too much, want that princess treatment, to whom are you comparing yourself right now to? To whom do you want to be treated like? Who are you trying to live up to? Like I said, please let the answers come to you. Don't force them to you. I always suggest that you write them down. Please let me know how this reading resonated with you in the comments. Thank you. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. Serpent of Fire, Priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Dark Mysteries. Enter the chamber of the Dark Goddess. Serpent of Fire is about coming into your power, coming into your growth, and trusting the process of where that journey is taking you. And by trusting the process, it means to not rely on your past habits, patterns, and thoughts to get you to where you're going. And for a lot of you, that's something that you have to do. Let's jump in deeper. Whoa. That's funny. That's funny. Transformation came out upside down, and this card is about you transforming yourself to come into your power. And transformation coming upside down, I feel it points to what I talked about, of how a lot of you rely on your past habits to where you're going now. And I feel that that's what's been blocking you from growing, because you bring your old self into the new situations or the new opportunities. And for a lot of you, it's because you don't want to change. Comfort is something, comfort is sort of like a drug. And for a lot of people, when they get comfortable, it's hard for them to move. And I feel for a lot of you, this is going to be something hard to break, of letting go of your old self. And there's a lot of trauma here that shaped you into who you are now. For a lot of you, there's a lot of anger that you're holding on from the past that shaped you to the person you are now. And you feel that this is going to be less of a person, or you're going to be less motivated or less ambitious if you let go of this anger. And that's not the case. You'll be more ambitious because this is what's holding you back. But fear of not knowing is keeping you stuck here. And for a lot of you, this could also come out as being in a relationship with yourself, let's say like with your addictions, or with your job, or with your goals, or with your money, or with somebody, but being in a relationship with somebody and you need to grow out of it, but your old self won't let you. And for a lot of you, this is why you self-sabotage a lot of relationships, because your old self isn't letting you go. Beyond illusion. And at the bottom of the deck, we have politics. You see how there's two faces? There's two faces inside of you. And it's funny, right underneath that card is rebirth. And this is what's trying to happen. And your old self is not letting go. And that's something that you need to do. And at the bottom of that one is guilt. I could keep going. But there's a lot that you need to let go of. Beyond illusions. There's a lot of illusions. I don't know if you see how there's like a butterfly in front of their face. You need to go beyond what you see there. The illusions, the lies that you told yourself, that your old self told yourself to keep you stuck here. Because for a lot of you, if you look at the snake, it's like that snake is your past and you're not letting it go. You're just carrying it with you everywhere you go, and that's why you can't move forward, you can't advance, you can't get into different type of relationships, because you're taking that with you. There's a song that I love that would describe this perfectly. Erykah Badu, Bag Lady. That's exactly what's going on here. And you need to let go of all of that baggage in order to move forward. And in that song, she says those bags are tripping you on your way, something like that. And that's what's going on here. It's tripping you on your way and it's holding you back. So you need to let go of your old self. And for a lot of you, you don't know how. You want to, but you don't know how. And that's hard. Because at that point, you're reprogramming your brain. You're reprogramming your nervous system. Your nervous system reacts to what it knows. And if you grew up in trauma, it knows trauma. So you're reprogramming from it reacting to trauma to reacting to stillness, to calmness. And that's going to take a lot of work from your part. That's why therapy is important, and unfortunately, that's why therapy doesn't also work for a lot of people. It's like a two-hand sword. It takes a lot of work to want to make those changes and to work through those changes, because you're reprogramming yourself. That could sometimes take years for some people, and some people don't have the patience, or they don't believe that it's worth it. The Hangman, and at the bottom of the deck we have Ace of Pentacles. The Hangman is an internal card. It's about reflecting internally. It's about diving in deeper. And I feel that it's talking about exploring why your old self can't let go. An exercise that I recommend to do here is a similar exercise that I recommended in pile 1. So if this resonates with you, check out pile 1. In that video, I talked about how you need to explore your inventory of what you believe in. For a lot of you, the trauma that you have that's holding you back, your past experiences where you're trying to deprogram, has shaped your experiences and has shaped what you believe in yourself, how you see yourself, and how you see your outside world. And that's why you need to do an inventory of it so you could change it. So you could take out what's not working for you and install some new program in there. And it's going to be hard, but it could work. Affirmations is a good way to start. And don't just do I am affirmations. There are other type of affirmations other than I am. And there's affirmations that go with your chakra as well. You should look up root chakra affirmations. Those could really help. And they're not an I am affirmation. I really hope that this reading resonated with you. Please let me know in the comments. Hello, Pile 4, and welcome to your reading. Spirit of Place is about being honest with yourself. And with Into the Unknown here, I feel that a lot of you are not or have not been honest with yourselves. And you've been covering yourself up in your lies or your beliefs. And they're not really who you are. I don't know if you could see how it looks like she's blending into the tree. And I feel that a lot of you have been doing that for so long that diving into knowing who you really are is really going to be going into the unknown. And if you could see, she has a blindfold on. So I feel that for a lot of you, this journey, if you do decide to take it, you're really going to find yourself for the first time. Like, really get to know who you are. Wow, comparison. A lot of you, if you could see, it's a bamboo with a tree. A lot of you are comparing yourselves to other people. And that's where your identity comes from. Or other people are comparing you to somebody else, and that's where your identity comes from. This could have happened for some of you as a child, and so you changed who you were and you changed things about you to please the people around you, and as an adult, that's something that you still do now. And at the bottom of the deck, we have letting go, which I feel that a lot of you need to let go of this idea, this person that you've created. Playfulness is the inner child card. Aloneness at the bottom of the deck. For a lot of you, I feel that this is where you're at. You feel alone. It's a dark place, especially in your thoughts. And this is what you do when you're around people. You just wear a mask and you just fake it. But a rebirth needs to come. And you need to heal the old you so that a new you could come from that. For a lot of you, like I said, when you were younger, you were compared to somebody else and your childhood was taken because you had to behave like somebody else. So now your inner child inside of you is trying to come out. And for a lot of you, you've denied it that opportunity and it feels lonely inside. And you could do little things to let your inner child out. I don't like just to talk about the problem in my readings. I like to offer some sort of solutions or exercises to help you bring forth or bring the reading more into your life. So something that I suggested, this has resonated with you, is try coloring. Try running in the rain. Something that you did as a child or something you wanted to do as a child that you didn't get to do that was safe and not harm you or harm others. Try doing that. Try starting with something small. Like I said, coloring, painting. If you don't know how to paint, there are these awesome paint by numbers that you could get online. I feel that doing little exercises like that is something that could really help you get to know yourself a little bit deeper. And I know that it sounds simple. It sounds like I'm just going to be playing, I guess, but you're not. You're going to be letting that inner child of you come out and really shine through. Believe every shitty thought you have. I feel that for a lot of you, this is where all of this could keep you stuck, where you believe all those negative thoughts you have, you use them as ammunition. For a lot of you, the negative words that you were told as a child, that's what you keep on repeat in your head. So when something goes wrong, when you do something wrong, or when you fail at something, or you get rejected, that voice could come on repeat for you. And I feel that for a lot of you, that's what you keep in your head, and it keeps this cycle on repeat. And I feel that you keep breaking your heart that way over and over and over again. And the card that came out was they broke your heart. And I feel that for a lot of you, you could have also been dealing with somebody that broke your heart that's coming from this place, where they weren't shown compassion. They had to hide who they were when they were growing up, so they don't really know who they are. And so that's where all of their pain pretty much just got transferred onto you. They just took it all on you, but it wasn't intentional. They don't understand. They don't see their actions like that. And for a lot of them, the ones that broke your heart, for a lot of them, they don't see anything wrong with their actions. And they compared you to somebody else. Please let me know how this reading resonated with you in the comments.